Hey guys, Mike Moo here, and as you can see, I have the new Garmin Speak Plus. This is the model that is new and improved because it has a built-in dash cam. The dash cam is really small and all integrated into the same exact profile as the Garmin Speak before. Frankly, I'm not sure how they were able to do it so quickly, other than that they had this originally planned, but it wasn't available at the time when they were being released. Because I mean, technically, without the dash cam, you could have made this even smaller. But it is really small enough. As you can see, it barely takes up much of anything up here versus all the other things that I have going on over here. So, you know, you got to run the app for one thing. That's one of the frequently asked questions is, yes, it gets the information, navigation, and Alexa's through the internet. I'm gonna mute this right now, just the top button. Through the Garmin Speak app that needs to be connected via Bluetooth over to your smartphone in order to get the Alexa information in there. So that is absolutely necessary. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You definitely need a data plan because it needs to transfer the data back and forth to Amazon servers. Okay, so it connects via that way through Bluetooth. The way I have this configured right now, if you see my other videos, is I just have it connected to the Bluetooth of my car. So it's Bluetooth through the phone. Everything's connected directly through the phone's interface through Bluetooth through the car. And that's absolutely the best way to do it.
Your Amazon package with ID Smarter Kit. Apple HomeKit enabled Smart LED
Okay,
lighting
sorry
kit
about
was
that.
delivered. More info.
Okay, so that's the NavD talking right now. So you can see they've really improved the interface quite a bit. So I actually have the NavD right here, a heads-up display right there connected at the same time as the Garmin Speak. And probably because I have a newer, this is the iPhone 10, the latest smartphone, it's got more RAM, it can keep everything running all at the same time without saying, hey, you got disconnected. So I think your experience with some of this in-car navigation and multitasking on things has a lot to do with how much RAM or memory that you have. Okay, so with the iPhone 10, obviously you can multitask pretty well, keep things open without causing any problems. And I have noticed that the connection quality between this and this has improved since last time that I did the video about the Garmin Speak. So they've constantly been improving the app and the interface between the phone and the Garmin Speak. So now at least I know what happens, because it now tells me if the connection has gone bad or it's lost data. So you're not left in limbo figuring, hey, what the hell is going on? Did it automatically just kind of ignore me? What's the reason for it being ignored? Did it not understand me, or is it a data loss connection? So this will go orange and let you know that the data has not been working out very well. So with the addition of the Speak Plus, you get the dash cam, right? So right now it's recording stuff right now. I can also, if I want to save little snippets while I'm driving, I can actually ask Garmin specifically to save the video or to take a picture. So there's some new commands related to that because of the Dash Plus feature. I can also stop the recording if I don't want it. I can view the gallery. If I want to view the gallery, it actually opens up a Garmin Verb app, which actually is probably the same one as the other Garmin Action Cam application that you could use at the same time to control via your smartphone. So it all interfaces through that, and it's got to connect via Wi-Fi in order for you to go ahead and connect. So it connects via Wi-Fi in order for you to look at the dash cam. So it's got the Wi-Fi built in, but it only uses Bluetooth in order to get the data connection between the two. And that is definitely the better way to do it, because you definitely want to have an always-on connection, and with the Wi-Fi you can leave that available and open for anything else except for when you want to view this. So for instance, I like to use the hotspot function on my iPhone quite a bit. And you know, if I'm forced to use Wi-Fi to connect between the Garmin Speak Plus or Garmin Speak directly to my iPhone, then basically I'd have some issues with that. Plus it'll take up more power, etc. And that's not something you want, especially when you're traveling. Even with my charger in place with the Qi charging, I'm not able to keep up with all the stuff I'm running and the GPS at the same time, because this is not a fast charger. This is basically just my old Qi charger from that one company I like a lot. I'll link it down below. So the response time has improved. You've got driver assistance features on here, including forward collision, lane departure, and a go alert, which is really nice to have. Those are features that are available on newer Garmin's, which I'm replacing, but this one doesn't have it. So I get these additional features along with everything that Garmin Speak used to have. Now, because I don't have the original Garmin Speak to compare with right now, because my plan, of course, since going to CES was actually to get the Speak to replace that big screen that is taking up my real estate, because I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to keep the Nav-D because Nav-D has the on-screen display and some other features and gives me alerts, and basically is a lot easier for me to go ahead and keep my eye on the road at all times. Same thing with the Garmin Speak. Now, another frequently asked question people have is about how good the GPS navigation quality is on here. And, you know, interestingly enough, it is not as good as I was hoping still. Mostly because you don't have a map interface on here that shows you live what to do. Now, if they integrated both that into the Garmin Speak app and gave you this, I would give it a nice big thumbs up, because then I can confirm for sure whether or not, however many feet it is before I need to do a turn, or, you know, what lanes, what complicated lanes I need to watch out for. This does give you lane guidance, but it's limited by the size of the screen. So you got some parts of LA or San Francisco Bay Area, we have lanes that are like 8 lanes long. You know, you're not exactly sure which lanes you need to be in sometimes when you're not familiar with the area. So you're still better off using a GPS with a screen so that you can see very specifically where it is that you need to be, where you need to be or where you need to exit. Because this is kind of not enough. It's good at a glance to kind of see if you don't mind, or you normally don't navigate with GPS anyway, which I do. I always navigate with GPS because I need the traffic data, because traffic is really horrible here in California, in many parts that I'm at. So I'm still going to keep Waze. Good news is, so far, even though I'm running Waze and the Garmin Speak and running my podcast, I was playing Wait, Don't Tell Me on here, and running Nav-D at the same time, none of it got disconnected. It all still worked. And I'm not sure if that's a function of because I have the iPhone 10 versus the iPhone 6s Plus I was testing out before. But whatever it is, it's an improvement for me, and definitely a huge benefit compared to when I was last testing the Garmin Speak. Okay, so I'm still going to continue to do some more testing along my road trip, and I just wanted to give this little update to let you know that things have improved quite dramatically within the past month or month and a half since using Garmin Speak and now getting the Speak Plus. And I will have some sample video footage directly from the Garmin Speak, which, by the way, Garmin Speak Plus, which, by the way, comes with a memory card. Some people are reporting 4 gigabytes of micro SD. Mine comes with a 8 gigabyte micro SD, so I'm not sure if it's just because of different markets or whatnot, but it came already stuck in there. All right, so I'm in downtown right now, and as you can see, it basically, depending on how fast you're going and on local streets, that's when it decides when to go ahead and put the circle on a screen to let you know a turn is coming up. But as you can see from the screen up here, it lets me know that there is a turn coming up in 0.3 miles. However,
mile, be in the third lane from the left. Then turn left.
It doesn't tell me which lane I need to be in. Luckily, my Garmin regular tells me that I need to be in a third lane from the left in order to make the proper turn the best way possible, whereas you can see the Garmin Speak Plus only tells me I need to make a turn. Technically, this is the best turn to be making because I know that immediately after I make the left, I'm going to have to make an immediate right. And so the best lane is going to be the third one from the left lane. So the Garmin regular GPS tells me the way that is the best way to go, whereas this only tells me I need to make a left. So that's another example of where the GPS navigation is not really the best from the Garmin Speak. Is it a deal breaker? It could be in a city. right? Because you got a lot of these one-way streets and a lot of these weird turns where you definitely want to be in the rightmost lane after you make the turn, and
turn right
it doesn't tell you that all the time. Right here it does. So in 0.2 miles ahead, it gives me that there are actually 4 lanes when technically there are actually 5 lanes. So it does not give me enough space on the screen here to let me know specifically how many lanes that I need to be in, but I can tell from here that I need to be in the rightmost lane, just not know that it is in the 5th lane, which is all the way to the right. Alexa, ask Garmin, are we there yet?
No. We'll be there in 1 hour, 17 minutes.
Alexa, tell me about weather today.
In Gustine, there's a hard freeze warning in effect Tuesday, February 20th from 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. The current weather is 59 degrees Fahrenheit with intermittent clouds. Tonight, you can look for just a few clouds in the sky, with a low of 36 degrees.
Alexa, where am I?
You are 42.7 miles, 68.7 kilometers, north of the center of San Jose.
Okay, so at the 1 mile mark, that is at driving at 70 miles, well 60 some miles per hour, you get the green up here to let you know that a turn is coming up, and then it lets you know as it gets closer and closer. Roughly, it fills up the whole green circle until it makes sure that you know that the turn is up. So looks like once it gets to about 0.2 miles, the circle is almost all the way green. And as you can see, it's got some lane guidance to let you know that you should be in the right 2 lanes. And it'll fill up all the way green when you definitely have to be making that turn or making that change in the navigation. And then after you successfully make it, of course, the green goes away to let you know that you are currently on the correct track.